Veronica Walsh, organiser of the Dublin Conference meetup, as joined us. She's also a very good tweeter. Tweeter or Twitter?
Tweeter. You tweet on Twitter.
What's this Dublin Conference meetup? What's that?
It's like a book club, only it's for political nuts with Sunday newspapers over brunch. It's just a forum for people to meet and chat about politics, rant.
To what extent are political parties using what's called social media, Facebook and Twitter, in this election campaign?
This one is interesting. The first thing they'll ask is, what's in it for me? Like, why would I do it? Especially since most of the electorate is not on Twitter and is a bit sniffy about it and not interested. But the reason is, and Arnie can tell you, there are a lot of bloggers and journalists and TV and radio broadcasters on it. So if you say something newsworthy or controversial, bam, you're on Drive Time, Morning Ireland, here, Today FM. It's also a way to connect in a relaxed and intimate way with the public, to humanize yourself. So it can be a help or a hindrance. You could also shame and disgrace yourself when you're party.
Pat, have you made any effort to humanize yourself by going on Twitter or
Too late for me. I have to struggle with the spoken word.
James, you obviously make no effort to humanize yourself.
Thank you for the compliment.
I bet you're into this big time.
Yes.
And can you interrupt a lot? Can you interrupt a lot on Twitter and Facebook?
You can, but there's a couple of other values. You can really have debates with other political parties on Twitter. One of the nice things about Twitter is you're forced to condense everything to very short sentences. So myself.
Really?
Myself.
How do you cope with that?
And Dermot Looney of the Labour Party have a tendency to have very short and abrupt Twitter exchanges. But it's also actually a very good way to engage with young people. So you're right, the general voting public might not be on Facebook or Twitter, but there's an increasing number of young people, and they're finding it a useful tool to find out where politicians stand and what they're engaged in.
Yes, I'm a convert, and extraordinarily last week, the 8th leader of Fianna Fáil was announced on Twitter.
That's right.
And it was a point that most of the British newspapers picked up on, and quoted, the tweet out about how, this historical occasion had been that they bypassed traditional conventional media and went straight to their signed-up.
Well, they left the political correspondence outside, and the Fianna Fáil party, I think it might have been a mistake now, not strategic, but it was great. And they said that Micheál Martin got the leadership on Twitter, and so the media had it like that, but the poll cores, they were left to second. So Finan Sheehan, there he was on Twitter somehow a few hours later, and in they come. So it's become very powerful.
Yeah. The amount of journalists and politicians since that incident last week who have migrated online.
I think a lot of people who are watching this, who have minor acquaintance with Facebook and Twitter, can't understand why do people put on these sites that they're going to breakfast now or go to have a little nap.
They don't.
They do.
Come on. Well, you're following the wrong people. I mean, think of it as a big chatter.
I follow the wrong people,
You don't follow anyone because you're not even on it. But I think of it as a big chatter, but you get to choose who you're going to chat with, who can hear you and who you can hear. So you end up with like-minded people. Now, if you want to hang out with people that are telling you, I'm going to have a sandwich, or I'm going to the centre, then, or I want to meet Anders, off you go. But we would hang out really in a political anorak community. You'd love it.
And Willie O'Dea, you must remember, has the dubious claim of being possibly the first minister or politician to be tweeted out of office by Dan Boyle. Like, there's a lot of activity. You have Miriam North 2 weeks ago tweeting, asking Brian Cowan to, for God's sake, give us an election date. And a lot of
Mammy is doing great. She's only had a few tweets, but we have high hopes for her now. She's going to be very mischievous.
All right, let's get to tomorrow morning's newspaper. We start with the front page of the Irish Independent. And it leads with Town quits 300